Hello, welcome to class. Usually for me, I notice when I need a rest day, when I'm brushing teeth and my shoulder gets fatigued and it's actually lots of work to brush my teeth. That's the sign in the morning then that I should probably take a rest day today. And today is one of those days. So I'm not gonna do a strong practice, I'm not doing jiu-jitsu, I'm not doing handstand training. That means if you wanna take a rest day, you just take a break from whatever you're doing that's intense. It doesn't mean that you're not moving today, it just means that you are moving in a lower intensity. So I'm still doing my practice on my rest days, but in a more chill and relaxed way. Now what chill and relaxed means is very relative. So for me, chill and relaxed might be a strong practice for you. And that also does not matter, it just is important that you do what is good for your body. So you're still moving, but at a lower intensity and you're not pushing your edge. I highly recommend you integrate rest days into your routine, into your week and into your schedule. It took me quite a while to be very strict about the rest days, but then once I did, I really started to see improvement in all other areas of my life, not just the physical and with the body and movement practice, but just in general. It's good to slow down some days and maybe even take a full break. So I usually do one rest day a week, so that means I go pretty strong on the other 6 days, and then I do one rest day a week, just like today. Some days or some weeks I take 2 rest days. It really depends, also depends how much I'm sleeping and how good my diet was. So there's not just working and then taking a break, there's also so many other factors that come into play when it's about your physical recovery. So today's practice is just that. We're still moving the body, but we're not pushing it much. We're not going very strong, at least in my point of view. But again, it might be a strong class for you today. But just as a heads up, there's no chaturangas in there, no long plank holds, no upper body strength, no core. It's mostly stretching, and we're going deeper into those poses, into those stretching poses. These classes are great for beginners, and they're also great for people like you and me today that want to take a rest day. Or if you are a beginner, then welcome to the class as well. So this is really perfect for all levels. Let's just get started. Today we begin in a seated straddle forward fold. So very different beginning than in other classes where we start seated. Well, we are kind of seated, but we are starting with a pose right away. Seated straddle forward fold. I will also talk less in this class from now on, so there's more time for silence and breathing. Bring the feet apart, the legs apart, flex the feet, walk the hands forward. It's the first pose of the class, so let's take it easy. Ease into it. Connect to the breath, connect to your body. Give the body some time to open up. If you already feel like you want to go deeper, give it time. Maybe it's the first time practicing for you today. It's the first time for me as well on the mat today. So great to share this space with you. Let's do 3 more breaths here. This one is for sure on the longer side in terms of holding the pose. Walk the hands back, push yourself back up. Let's come into a tabletop, bring the legs together and transition into a tabletop. Come onto all fours. Untuck the toes. Let's do a few rounds of cat-cow. I invite you to move nice and slow, so not the whole spine down for cat for cow, and then up for cat, but instead try to roll through the spine from the base of the spine up, and then again from the base of the spine. So you're rounding your back, roll from the base of the spine up into cow, and then roll from the bottom to the top up to cat. Let's do 2 more just like that, nice and slow. Last one. We meet in cat. Very good. Come onto your toes. Slide the hands more towards the knees. We're not doing a full wrist warm up, but it's good to move the full body and all the joints. So that also includes the wrists and the forearms. Keep the arms straight. Lean forward. Feel the wrists. Straighten your arms. Lean back. Feel the toes and the feet. Come forward. 5. Come back. Forward. 4. 3. 2 and 1. Back to neutral. Make circles around the wrists. Doesn't matter which direction. Just moving all the joints and the full body. Switch directions. Very good. Now the fingertips are pointing towards the knees. Keep the arms straight. Lean back into the toes. Breathe into the forearms. Bend your arms if you need to. Stay with the breath, nice and slow. Slowly release. Come into a downward facing dog. Fingertips are pointing forward. Lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Bend the knees if you need to in the beginning. Move the chest towards the thighs. Do any other movements that feel good. Just take your time to arrive in the pose. And then focus on the breath. Let's start to slow down the movements. Let's meet in a more static looking pose, but we all know we're never static because the breath is still moving the body. Let's lift the heels, bend the knees, walk the feet forward between the hands. Take a deep breath in to lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Hang out here. Relax in this fold. Straighten your legs more without hyperextending. Let the upper body and the head be heavy. Breathe into the back line, which we are lengthening right now. Slow the breath down. Release the hands down, bend your knees, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Take a deep breath in. The arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back for low lunge. Set the left knee down. Bring the hands on top of your right knee. Or reach both arms up and over your head for the more traditional low lunge. You decide. Pull the right heel back. Push the left knee forward. Engage the legs, your foundation. Maybe reach the arms up now once you have that foundation. Last deep breath in. Exhale, hands down, half splits. Straighten your right leg and fold over your right shin. Move with the breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Rebend the right knee, release. Frame the right foot, runner's lunge, both hands down, three-legged dog, right leg up and back. Move the chest towards the left thigh. Straighten both legs. Now bend the right knee, open stack the hips. Lower the right shoulder down. Come high onto your left toes, inhale. Exhale, right knee to the right armpit, flex the right foot, step the right foot outside the right hand. Lizard lunge. You can come onto the fingertips if you want to. If you feel open enough, come onto the forearms. Move the hips around. Arrive. Move forward and back. Make circles, whatever feels good. You can also bounce the hips up and down. Very good. Release the left knee down. Bend your left leg. Your right hand reaches towards the left foot. Grab the pinky toe side. Extend the leg away from you. And then pull that foot towards your hips. Try to come more on the part right above the knee instead of being on the knee. Breathe into that left quad, the left thigh, and release. Back to lizard lunge. Now we bring that left knee outside the right foot on the ground for a seated twist position. And we are coming into a seated twist. Whatever option works for you. You can hug the leg in. You can hook the forearm or the upper arm. Lengthen out to the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale to release, but we're staying in that seated twist. We're coming into a half double pigeon or double pigeon variation. Just slide the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Recommend you keep that bottom leg bent a lot. And then flex the right foot, that top foot, and fold forward. Now we're targeting the right outer hip and the right piriformis, the entire area there. Breathe into it. Draw the belly in, keep the right foot flexed. Three breaths here. Slowly release, rise back up. Let's meet back in lizard lunge. Plant both palms down. Now bring the right foot inside the left shin or the left thigh. Just like how we do for tree pose. Right above the knee or below, then lower the hips down. Untuck the left toes and come onto your forearms. So the left leg is straight, the right leg is bent. Maybe move it with your right hand higher up. So we are on this belly position, opening up the right hip. Stay on the forearms. If that's too much for you, then come down lower to the mat. If it's not enough, then you can also straighten the arms and come higher up. So find that shape that feels comfortable for you. That's most important. Just here for 3 more breaths. Now release, extend the right leg back, lower the chest down, and then lift the chest back up. We're coming into Sphinx, untuck the toes. Engage the glutes. If you feel like going deeper, straighten your arms for seal. We're here for 5, 4, 3, engage the glutes, 2, and 1, release down. Very good. We will all meet back in a downward facing dog. 2 options, you can press up to plank or move back to Balasana, child's pose. I will choose child's pose today, but it's your practice, so do what feels good. And let's come into downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, walk the feet to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, roll up to standing. Take a deep breath in, the arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back, low lunge, right knee down. Set up your foundation first. And once you have that, reach the arms up and over your head if you feel like it. Last deep breath in. Exhale, hands down, half splits. Move with your breath. Rebend the left knee. Runner's lunge, frame the left foot, lift the right knee up, hands down, 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee, open, stack the hips. Lower the left shoulder down. Lift the left knee higher up. Come high onto your right toes. Exhale, left knee to the left armpit. Slowly flex the left foot. Lizard lunge. Move around. Forward and back, circles. Up and down, you decide. Maybe bounce the hips. Very good. Release the right knee down. Let's go for the thigh stretch. Bend the right leg, grab the foot. Extend the foot away from you first. And then pull that foot towards your hips. Move the right hip more towards the right arm, the right hand. Breathe into your right thigh. Slowly release. Lizard lunge. Let's come into that seated twist position. And then go for that twist, that variation that works well for you. Hook the right arm outside the thigh or hug the leg. Deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale to release. For this double pigeon variation, slide that left ankle on top of the right thigh. Readjust your seat. Be careful with the knees. Flex the left foot, the top foot, and fold forward and down. 3 breaths here while you breathe into the left outer hip. Slowly release, rise back up. Come into a lizard lunge again. And then we're doing a tree shape with the legs. Bring that left foot inside the right leg. Lower the hips down. Lower the chest down. Come onto the forearms. Readjust that left foot if you need to, so that you feel a nice opening in the left hip. Stay on the forearms or come higher up or lower, depending what you need. Last deep breath in. Exhale, release the chest down, extend the left leg back, and come back into a Sphinx pose. Last back bend here of the practice. Untuck the toes, engage the glutes, maybe straighten the arms. Last deep breath in. Exhale, release down. Very good. Shake out the hips left and right. Now keep that right arm next to you, bent at 90 degrees. We call this sometimes cactus arms. The right leg remains straight. And then you bring that left foot up and over behind the right calf. If that's too much for the right shoulder, then straighten the right arm instead. Release, come onto your belly again, other side. With the left arm bent or straight. Relax your head down, 3 breaths. And release, come back onto the belly, and then push yourself up for a seated position. I will rotate on my mat so you can see me better, but you can stay wherever you are. Sit nice and tall, close your eyes. Place your hands wherever it's comfortable. Reconnect to your body again, feel the breath. Use those sensations, those sense perceptions to fully be here. And then hopefully you can go a little bit deeper with your awareness into the stillness within, so that you transcend all these sense perceptions. And discover more about the true self that is you. Because you're not the body, you're not the breath, and you're not the thoughts. But those things help to arrive in the present moment. And then you can choose to stay there or perhaps go deeper. Feel free to stay longer here in the seated position or make your way onto your back into Shavasana. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. I wish you a fantastic rest of the day. And I'll see you in the next class tomorrow. Namaste.